Hello everyone, my name is Axel Zaki Prambudi. I am from Bandung Institute of Technology and today I will be presenting my research paper entitled Evaluating Cost Effectiveness to Better Understand the Economic Impact of Micro-Influencer Marketing on Social Media Platforms. To start off, I will be explaining the background of this research, which is based on digital marketing that has become a crucial tool for business to engage with a broad audience by leveraging technology to connect with prospective and existing customers, addressing their needs and enhancing their knowledge. This is based on Chaffee's writing. So the success of business depends on meeting customer needs more accurately, which can be achieved by combining online traditional strategies, which is based on Parsons, Zeisser, and Waitman, and the rise of internet and new communication technologies has enabled businesses to reach a global audience with 5.35 billion people using the internet and 4.8 billion people engaging in digital platforms for shopping and communication. This vast audience offers business endless opportunities and strategies like search engine optimization, pay-per-click, advertising, content marketing, and social media marketing. And with 62.3% of the world population engaging in social media marketing has become a highly profitable strategy. Influencer marketing, an evolution of word of mouth referrals, has seamlessly integrated into digital strategies. Consumers often rely on the experience of others, which today can be represented by influential figures or celebrities. And with the rise of social media, even micro influencers, those with 10,000 to 100,000 followers, have gained significant influence. Micro influencers, with their small but active followings, have proven to be valuable for organizations seeking to develop authentic connections with specialized customer groups and making them key players in modern marketing strategies. Next, I will be explaining the problem statement of this research, which derives from practical gap and research gap. The practical gap is the micro-influencers offers a cost-effective alternative for business with limited budgets but have smaller reach and engagement rates compared to macro-influencers. But there's a lack of detailed analysis comparing engagement and cost per engagement of this strategy, which in turn leads to uncertainty in practice of using micro influencer techniques. Then we move on to the research gap, which stated that while micro influencers are praised for their authenticity and higher engagement rates, there's a need for detailed analysis of how businesses could utilize the benefit of micro influencer to achieve maximum cost effectiveness. What strategies are implemented surrounding the use of micro influencer marketing? And this leads to the problem statement, which states as despite their growing adoption, there is insufficient research to quantify the effectiveness of micro-influencer marketing and validate whether their perceived benefits translate into measurable business outcomes such as engagement and cost per engagement. This leads to the formulation of research objectives and questions. The research objective is to analyze the relationship between follower counts and engagement rates for brands leveraging micro-influencer marketing on social media platforms. The second objective is to examine the relationship between engagement rates and the cost of micro-influencer marketing campaigns on social media platforms. And the third objective is to identify common strategies and approaches used by successful brands in implementing micro-influencer marketing campaigns. And so from that, we form our research questions. The first research questions state as what are the average engagement rates for brands utilizing micro-influencer marketing in social media platforms? Second is what is the average cost per engagement for brands utilizing micro-influencer marketing campaigns in social media platforms? And the third is what is the common approach on utilizing micro-influencer marketing among its successful implementers? So the research is without its limitations. So the study focuses on cost effectiveness of micro-influencer marketing and its impact on engagement rates, but it excludes broader metrics like brand loyalty, positioning, or even return on investment. The second limitation is that this research is limited to data from Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. as the most influencer populated platforms. But this can potentially overlook the dynamics on other social media platforms. The third is to achieve the cost per engagement. The research assumes a fixed cost of $100 per post derived from secondary data given by several marketing agencies. While this may not reflect real-world variability in influencer compensation, including negotiated fees or non-monetary arrangements. And finally, this research does not use quantitative method and relies on a limited amount of sample size, particularly only studying 25 brands most active on using social media platforms and using micro-influencers. To strengthen our research, we will be delving into several existing literatures. The first, we will be exploring on social media influencer marketing literatures. So we know that influencer marketing has become a key digital marketing strategy, utilizing social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to connect brands with audiences through authentic recommendations. We also know that influencers from celebrities to ordinary individuals significantly shape consumer behavior with a notable impact on younger demographics like Generation Z. This strategy also involves paid collaborations where influencers' endorsements influence preferences and drive engagement, often evaluated using communication models like Laswell's framework. We also know that building genuine connections with followers is crucial for enhancing brand affinity and measuring the success of influencer campaigns. Next, we will be exploring on micro-influencers. Micro-influencers with 10,000 to 100,000 followers often consistent engagement, authenticity, and trustworthiness, making them highly effective in influencing audiences compared to micro-influencers. They also connect with specialized communities, leveraging their expertise and word-of-mouth recommendations, which 88% of consumers trust. Micro-influencers are also charge lower fees than macro-influencers, making this strategy budget-friendly for businesses, especially small ones, while ensuring a strong return on investment. We also know that their personal connections with followers enhance brand trust and loyalty, resulting in a higher engagement levels and deeper resonance with target audiences. Aside from those literatures, we also study on social media metrics literatures. So we know that businesses must define measurable objectives, align metrics with goals, and regularly analyze and report results to optimize social media strategies. Metrics are grouped into community health, market perception, and quantitative metrics. Digital metrics include social opportunities and social health. Brand metrics focus on awareness and brand attributes and purchase intent, as well as product trial activities like lead generation and sampling. Financial metrics such as conversions, revenue, and customer lifetime value are essential for assessing the campaign's success. Next, we will also be studying on engagement rate and cost per engagement literatures. CPE measures the cost of marketing campaign relative to the engagement it generates, calculated by dividing the campaign costs by total engagements. A lower CPE indicates higher engagement efficiency, making it a key metric for assessing ROI. They connect with specialized communities leveraging their expertise and word of mouth recommendations, which 88% of consumers trust. Engagement rate is the ratio of interactions to audience size expressed as a percentage or decimal. It serves as a vital metric for measuring audience interaction and brand perception on social media. Their personal connections with followers enhance brand trust and loyalty, resulting in higher engagement levels and deeper resonance with target audience. I'll be using qualitative secondary desk-based and observation research to assess the cost effectiveness of micro-influencer marketing for brands. And as for the sources, I will be collecting data from industry reports, social media posts, academic journals and articles, case studies, and also cost estimates. For the data analysis, I'll be using two analysis by using thematic analysis, which is used to identify patterns in engagement rate and cost per engagement, also by observing engagement rates on social media posts. And the second is content analysis to examine case studies, reports, and expert opinions to find trends in micro-influencer strategies. This is the 25 brands that the study is based on. So after the observation, we come up with the findings, and as you can see in table number one, unfortunately, not all of the brands operate on TikTok and YouTube, but all of them operate on Instagram. And in table number two, we can see the average engagement rate on site social media platforms. Instagram achieved the highest average engagement rate at 247.34%, followed by YouTube, and lastly by TikTok. And at table number three, we can see the average cost per engagement on studied social media platforms. The lowest cost per engagement is achieved by TikTok, followed by Instagram, and lastly by YouTube. At table number four, we can see the three lowest costs per engagement on Instagram. So out of 25 brands, Target achieved the lowest cost per engagement at $0.002 per engagement. Nike followed behind at $0.0016 per engagement. And finally, at followed Headspace achieved $0.0057 per engagement. For table number five, we can see the three lowest costs per engagement on YouTube. Out of 25 brands, Canon achieved $0.007 per engagement, Glossier at $0.010 per engagement, and number three is Headspace at $0.021 per engagement. While on table number six, we can see the three lowest cost per engagement on TikTok. So on TikTok, Dunkin' Donuts achieved the lowest cost per engagement at $0.003 per engagement, followed by Medjuri at second place at $0.014 per engagement, and finally Canon at third at $0.026 per engagement. So next we move on to content analysis and rationale. Among the 25 brands, Glossier, Sephora, and Canon emerge as the most cost-effective, excelling in engagement rates and cost per engagement across Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Even though they don't achieve the highest engagement rate nor the lowest CPE, these brands successfully utilize micro-influencers and maintain a strong presence across the three platforms, achieving high engagement and cost efficiency. While some brands outperform them in specific metrics, their cross-platform reach ensures greater overall effectiveness. Now that we are done with the content analysis, we can finally identify the approach on implementing micro-influencer marketing. So first, Glossier, a direct consumer beauty brand, generates 70% of online sales from peer-to-peer referrals. It utilizes micro-influencers who promote products on social media, often recycling their content in paid campaigns to maintain authenticity. Strategies like Get Ready With Me, product wish lists, and user-generated content create relatability and social proof. Glossier highlights influencers' work on its corporate page and collaborates with everyday individuals to embody its inclusive Glossier girl style. Meanwhile, Sephora collaborates with micro and macro influencers through campaigns like hashtag Sephora Haul, leveraging user-generated content to promote its 340 plus brands. The Sephora Squad provides year-long collaborations with influencers, offering product boxes, special event access, and professional coaching. 8 out of 9 of Sephora's Instagram posts feature influencer content, showcasing a strategic mix of influencer types to reach diverse audiences. This approach emphasizes community connection, diversity, and inclusion in marketing. And finally, Canon partners with photographers and influencers, showcasing visuals created using its products. Through the Canon EMEA affiliate program, affiliates promote Canon's range of imaging products in Europe, earning up to 3% commission per sale with a 30-day cookie window. This strategy enhances brand visibility, drives traffic, and incentivizes influencers with commissions and prompt payments. We have finally reached the conclusion of this research, and now we can answer the questions. What are the average engagement rates for brands utilizing micro-influencer marketing on social media platforms? Instagram has the highest engagement rate at 247.34%, followed by YouTube at 76.38% and TikTok at 8.22%. Next question is, what is the average cost per engagement for brands utilizing micro-influencer marketing campaigns in social media platforms? TikTok is the most cost-effective platform for micro-influencer campaigns at $0.287 per engagement, followed by Instagram at $0.336 per engagement, and YouTube at 0.46 per engagement. Lastly, what is the common approach on utilizing micro-influencer marketing among its successful implementers? Successful brands like Glossier, Sephora, and Canon leverage user-generated content to build authenticity and community engagement. They focus on inclusivity and diversity in influencer selection while fostering mutually beneficial partnerships such as Canon's affiliate program to enhance brand awareness and sales. So that will conclude my research, and thank you for listening to my presentation.